So some very, very bad news for the US economy. Now, everybody, the White House is making a lot of noise every single day. Noise, 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 noise. And it's hard to see what else is going on in other places. So the economy might already be in recession in the United States. And often when you have an economic recession or depression, it shows itself in some industries first. Predominantly, it shows itself in retail, kind of customer-facing industries in the first part. So I have some news for you. I'm going to mention some retail stores that are in the United States that are currently closing. They have all one thing in common, and I'll tell you what the one thing is at the end. But let me get the list, put my glasses on so I can see, and let me tell you about this news, very bad news for the US economy. So just to remind you, all these stores have one major thing in common, and I'm going to tell you what that is in a moment. So here we go. Applebee's. I actually love Applebee's. Applebee's are closing 35 stores. Hooters, sorry guys, Hooters are closing 44 stores. Ruby Tuesdays, they're actually closing 47 stores. And actually they're completely moving out of Michigan completely. There's not going to be any Ruby Tuesday stores in Michigan anymore. Outback Steakhouse, they're closing 41 stores. All these announcements are from the beginning of 2025 until today's date. Outlook Steakhouse is closing 41 stores. Advanced Order Parts, get ready for this one. They're shutting down, and in the process of shutting down 727 stores, including 4 major distribution centers. Dick's Sporting Goods are closing 7 stores. J.C. Penney are closing 8 stores, and 7-Eleven, the convenience store, are closing 444 stores. These are announcements that have been made since the beginning of 2025. So you say, so Nick, what do all these stores have in common? All these stores contributed massively to Republican candidates and also to the Trump re-election campaign. The US economy is in a bad way, and we've only now seen it, and we're not even talking about it because there's so much noise coming out of the White House. Let me know what you think in the comments, folks. I'll put the source in the link, and I'd love you to give me a follow. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bestie, so I came to the Lincolnwood Town Center y no hay nadie. Like, there's some popular stores, but it's literally completely empty. Like, I remember this place was like always popping. I had mucha gente. Also, it is a Wednesday night, so maybe that's why. And this is the second floor, besties. It's literally no one here right now. There's plenty of stores that are like vacant. Hey, besties, this was Route 21.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's story is one of shuttered storefronts, empty food courts, broken dreams, and a growing economic collapse that's hitting hardest in the places that once cheered the loudest for Donald Trump. From Alabama to Indiana, Ohio to Texas, shopping malls are dying. And not just any malls. These are the massive indoor retail centers that once served as the heartbeat of American life in suburban and rural towns. Malls where families gathered, teens hung out, small businesses thrived, and local economies turned. But today, they're graveyards. Escalators sit idle. Food courts echo with silence. Department stores stand stripped and abandoned. And guess what's fueling this collapse? You guessed it, Trump's policies, especially his devastating tariffs, anti-immigrant crackdowns, and the false promises of economic nationalism that left retail in ruins. And the bitter twist? Most of these empty malls are in red states, MAGA country. These communities bought into Trump's vision. Now they're stuck with empty buildings, lost jobs, and zero answers. Let's break it all down.
Has the United States already collapsed? What you're looking at behind me is my YouTube channel where I'm walking through a California mall and all the shops are empty. There's no people, there is no business, it's completely dead, it's a ghost mall. And if you want to watch the full video, that's my channel. But I want to know in the comments if this is going on in other malls, because apparently according to the comments, it is. Like, All the malls in America are like this. They're abandoned, they're dead, and they say, oh, it's Amazon, this and... I don't think so. All the other malls around the world are thriving and doing amazing, and somehow, some way, America looks like this. So let me know if you know why this is happening. Some people said it's because there's like a thing where you can steal $900 worth of goods and then it's not a criminal offense. So people can just go in here and just steal everything that they want. Is that what's going on? Let me know in the comments. Or has America completely collapsed? Either way, this is extremely sad. And if you want to see the full video, make sure to go to my YouTube and watch this, because it's very disturbing to see this. And also, if you want to see my other content where I'm traveling the world, sharing my observations.
So they're pausing Job Corps. They say it's not a permanent closure, but if that's the case, then why are they making arrangements for the current people enrolled? I believe the date was June 30th. They're going to be working with other state and local centers. There's 99 that this is going to affect. 99 centers. I personally know people whose lifelines were Job Corps.
So I'm in the mall right now and it's dead. You know why it's dead? Because people are not shopping in traditional storefronts anymore. Yep, you heard that right. Everyone you know is shopping online, especially on platforms like TikTok Shop. They have made it almost impossible not to click the link and add to your cart. More and more brands are realizing this, and they're tapping into this incredible feature called social selling that is predicted to take over the economy in 2025. Now, I've already partnered with a viral brand that teaches you everything you need to know in order to make money online. Plus, it provides you with the products that you can plug into any niche on any platform, on any social media account. Literally, you can be making unlimited amounts of $20, $50, $100 commissions over and over again while you're out and about living your life. I've already made over $200 while I'm at the mall, and I haven't even spent that much because, let's be honest, everything I buy is online too. If you're curious about tapping into this new type of social selling, then drop curious in the comments and I'll message you the step-by-step strategy that I'm using in order to change my life. If you're into things like health, wellness, or beauty, even merch, this is going to be for you. The link in my bio has a sneak peek of all the products that I'm promoting right now. But to get the step-by-step strategy, you've got to talk to me.
Let's talk about what really happened. Trump's tariffs hit retail supply chains hard. When Trump slapped tariffs on imported goods from China, Mexico, and other trade partners, it didn't just hit farmers, it struck at the heart of American retail. Clothing, electronics, furniture, and toys all became more expensive to import. Retailers, especially mall-based stores, either raised prices or saw profits shrink. Many small retailers simply couldn't compete with rising costs. Anchor stores like JCPenney, Macy's, and Sears began closing locations. These were the backbone tenants of most malls. When they left, foot traffic vanished. When foot traffic vanished, so did the smaller stores, the ice cream shop, the phone kiosk, the nail salon, the black-owned sneaker store, the immigrant-owned cell phone repair stand. One by one, the lights went out. ICE raids targeted immigrant workers. Trump's harsh immigration enforcement, led by ICE raids and site inspections, didn't just affect farms, it bled into retail too. Immigrants working in cleaning, food service, stocking, and mall maintenance disappeared overnight. Others went into hiding, leaving behind understaffed stores and empty food court counters. Fear spread through immigrant communities, and many stopped shopping altogether, even legally present residents. In states like Arizona, Texas, and Florida, this fear-based withdrawal devastated malls that once relied on vibrant immigrant customers and workers. Malls in MAGA country dying fastest. The most stunning part? The majority of these dying malls are in Republican strongholds. Greenville, South Carolina, once a retail hub, now home to a half-empty mall surrounded by pawn shops and payday lenders. Springfield, Missouri, where a once thriving shopping complex has turned into a ghost town with moldy ceilings and rats in the food court. Pensacola, Florida, where locals say the mall died with the Trump tariffs. These are communities that believed in Trump's economic message. But instead of prosperity, they got boarded windows, collapsing roofs, and the eerie silence of places that were once full of life.
Everyone's saying Beverly Center is dead, which it kind of is, but there's something so nice about just going to the mall and popping in and out and getting what you want. Honestly, I think that's going to make it come back because of the convenience. It is really easy to get what you need.
Louis Vuitton will be permanently closing at Northbrook Court on June 21st, 2025.
Well, it's not April Fool's. At least this isn't a joke. It's April 1st and it's the first day of the last days of QVC Outlet in Brandon, Tampa, Florida. If you can get here, get here. It's an extra 30% off everything. But it's a sad day because me and Janet, we're going to miss it here.
The death of America's shopping malls is more than an economic story. It's a cultural obituary. Malls were where communities connected, where small businesses launched, where teenagers had first dates, and families bought back-to-school clothes. Trump promised to protect American jobs and Main Street, but instead, he choked supply chains with tariffs, drove out workers with ICE raids, ignored e-commerce realities, and left red state malls to rot in silence. The result? A retail apocalypse, felt hardest in the very towns that believed he'd save them. We acknowledge the unsung heroes, local journalists, immigrant advocacy groups, laid-off retail workers, and economic justice researchers who've been sounding the alarm while most major outlets looked away. This story is theirs. Are the malls in your town shutting down? Are the stores gone? Has your community turned into an economic desert? Let us know in the comments. Your story matters. And if you found this report insightful, please like, share, and subscribe, because these voices deserve to be heard, especially when they're coming from the communities left behind. Until next time, keep your eyes open. What's happening to the malls is a warning, and the next empty space might be your own.